Hey everybody, welcome back to Alpha Protocol. So, I think we got some new info on Al Jabroni. Ah, his desire for privacy versus his extensive social network are at odds with each other. He recognizes the need for networking and promoting himself, but does so in rigidly controlled conditions, unlikely to meet guests at the gate. And once they're inside, he often has his servants or guards handle the formal escort procedures. Any attempt to reach Al Jabroni will require getting past several layers of his compound, then being patient until he makes his eventual appearance. Well, let's go fuck with the NSA some more. National Security Administration Echelon Hub is concealed within a gelato shop in Rome. Infiltrate the shop, tap into the intelligence server, and see if you can pick up anything on El Samad or Halbeck's activities. Well, this place looks like shit.
I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
Good point. I'd say their cover is working beautifully.
Okay. You'll need to come up with a good reason to be here. Looks like they're scheduled for server maintenance and security upgrades this month. That might get you in.
I think I can smooth talk my way past them.
Don't play games, Mike. These guys are trained to spot double agents and imposters. If their post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access. You'll also need to give the correct handshake code to identify yourself as an agent.
Secret handshakes? What are we, the Shriners?
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them that the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home.
The Adirondacks are lovely this time of year.
Can I help you?
I'm here to fix the computers.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year.
I don't like the mountains. And you're here to fix the computers?
He didn't give the response phrase. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
That's not the response phrase. Stay on guard, Mike. If my code is out of date, they might suspect you're not on the level.
So, my friend, what do you need?
Nothing serious. Just here to upgrade your security systems.
Oh, okay, you got it. So, no more computer troubles, eh?
You should be all set. Fort Meade can rest easy now.
Hey, my friend. Gone to go?
Agent Thornton successfully infiltrated the NSA Echelon Hub under the cover of a Roman gelato shop. Code signals were not immediately recognized, indicating a possible breach of operational security. The agent manning the station may not have been NSA at all. Despite the proprietor's unusual behavior, Agent Thornton navigated the conversation without raising suspicion and was able to depart without incident. Okay. Huh. Think shit be fucked up, yo. Friend in Moscow who owes me a favor. I'm sure she can help me get a story on the circuits. It's never the fuck up that caused such a scandal as a cover up. Fortunately, people never learn that, so I have a job. Money. Let's see. Email sent from the NSA tab. Found this data fragment in the SO1 cast. Thought you'd like it since the data's talking about some Conrad Marburg fellow you were pursuing. If you already have this data, junk it. Otherwise, add it to the file. Actually, I think I can... Oh, that's what the calibrated. You're for... To buy better guns or not to buy better guns? I think I can get away with the pistol for now. Huh. Well, that was... Well, I guess we gotta go identify Al Jabroni. Intel suggests an ally of Shahid, Al Jabroni, is hosting a fundraising banquet in the chateau of the Italian countryside. Infiltrating the estate shouldn't be difficult, but once there, you'll need to scan the guests one by one to identify a Jabroni. And while you'll be equipped with a sniper rifle, you should only need it if you encounter resistance. The rifle is equipped with a digital scope and can upload images of targets to your handler to check for a match. Once you've identified El Jabroni, leave the premises or deal with him as you see fit.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting is supposed to take place. What now?
Alvara's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Oh, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me in real time. Aim at someone, and I'll run their picture through the database. See if we get a match. The longer you focus on a target, the quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Alvara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are. Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial exhibit in Paris. Some local juvenile offenses, but otherwise he's clean. Not our target. Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
Looks like the guards are clear. Moving up to the next position. In position.
All right, let's begin. Well, she's a little underdressed.
Definitely a cold night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike. Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling. Security guard. He's clean. Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man. But definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that. Should I get an autograph for him?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
God damn it.
We have a TV back at the safe house. Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade. But that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me before we have a target.
Sensitive.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean. He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys. An American novelist. He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Is it any good?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him. Immigrated to France from the West Bank about 10 years ago and serves on the board of directors for the Christian Islamic Confederation. He's practically a saint. Keep looking.
Fuck. Get back out here, you bastard.
That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out?
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Mina, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from, or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out, or we can abort. It's up to you.
Something seems fishy.
I'm aborting the mission.
All right, Mike.
Agent Thornton infiltrated a local estate in search of El Jabroni, a suspected high-ranking member of Al Samad. El Jabroni was believed to be hosting a fundraising banquet at a chateau in the Italian countryside, so Agent Thornton set up a surveillance post within sight of the main gates, catching the last of the guests as they were arriving. Thornton identified all the guests at the gate without being spotted. After failing to spot El Jabroni at the main gate, Agent Thornton moved deeper into the chateau and stalked out a guest house. Bonus, he identified all targets without being spotted at the guest house. After failing to spot El Bar at the guest house, Agent Thornton staked out the chateau. Agent Thornton identified El Bar and waited for the background check to be complete. Upon receiving the information, El Bar's ties to Saeed were confirmed, but he seemed innocent of any wrongdoing, so Agent Thornton departed the premises after making a positive ID. It seems Agent Thornton's activities in Rome have been successful in uncovering Halbeck's plans. Upon returning to the safe house, Thornton had a message waiting for him requesting a meeting at a local cafe concerning Halbeck.
What's that beeping noise?
Important email messages arrived. Just because this happens once, I don't think it'll be a regular thing, but I wanted to thank you for the stories you've been sending. You may have seen the repercussions on the news, but don't worry, I protect my sources and you're covered. Hope you're well, and you must have taken some risks to get the data you did, so be careful, okay? Appreciate the source, but I want the source to keep breathing. Looking forward to catching up, even if it's just for the latest scoop. I'll be honest. Yay. Let's see. Heads up, somebody's been running a lot of web searches with keywords Mike Thornton and Michael Thornton in the Milan area. Doing it through Helbeck Milan office computer. Okay. But if you stalk a man with political and criminal connections, kill him before he uses his contacts to track you down. I know that you were lurking outside the chateau, but don't know why. Consider my interest piqued. I refuse to let you intimidate me. Let's meet face to face. See if you have the guts to kill me in broad daylight. Yeah, I might want to have Mina run a trace on that. I doubt there's... Oh, this is only a 2-star. That one that was available in Saudi Arabia was a 3-star. Wait, did I level up? I thought I might have. Advanced binary invisibility. I think I want Roid Rage. I'm gonna get Roid Rage. I'm gonna get a Roid Rage now. What do we got? Breaking and entering, XP, Tour of Duty, Endurance 5. Testing the Texaholic. Profiler. Oh. Save execution. Favored weapon recoil control 1. %. Something tells me I can't. Oh, 10% armory discount from Rome vendors. Wait, how close am I to the next level? I actually got quite a bit of experience during that. Level up reasonably fast. Contact El Jabroni. Meet with El Jabroni at a cafe in Rome, find out what he knows about Halbeck's presence in the city and how else Ahmad may be involved. Oh. I didn't bother to check if there was any intel. Oops. Oh. Dossier, purchasing Alexander dossier on Conrad Marburg. Elder statesman in the espionage world. Good thing I decided to go back and check that. And I already have his secret fact. Jabroni is a confirmed cell leader of Al-Samad, and while sympathies clearly lie with the terrorist organization, the State Department has implicated him in various financial corruption scandals, but this information doesn't match Interpol's financial records on El-Jabroni. Strangely enough, the State Department's evidence was added to his file a few months before Operation Desert Spear was set into motion to deal with Saeed. Madison St. James. Italy less than a year. Resume on file. The veteran combat initiative lister is fluent in Italian and passable. A few others. Enough to land her a part-time job working with VCI as a translator and file clerk. Nothing in the file lister as being anything but professional in carrying out her duties. Hellback for his unlikely he's given up the commitment to Hellback. Judging from employee records, Marburg doesn't have a good read on people in almost all respects except for military hires. Chosen employees poorly. He assumes professionalism and loyalty, yet doesn't test for it. Though once an employer has proven themselves disloyal, he's quick to let them go and sever all ties. He gives people one chance to prove themselves, and if they let him down, he lets them go abruptly. Marburg still carries out VCI field operations, and judging from debriefings, he's a one-man army. Carried out operations in Kuwait, South Africa, and was believed to have been involved in an oil refinery explosion in Moscow. In each instance, he was in and out quickly and efficiently. So, what, he's like a 65-year-old super spy soldier man? Well... Alright. Meet with El Jabroni at a cafe and find out what he knows about Halbeck's presence in the city and how Al-Samad's involved. Gotta write up a marp. Okay.
No sign of Albara yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
I've never been stood up in my life.
Someone has a high opinion of themselves.
I'm just stating the facts. Sorry, that's...
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
Transmitter's off. I don't plan on reaching for my gun unless you make it necessary.
Once I have the information I need, I plan to leave. You will not be harmed. Perhaps you thought you could enter Rome under the radar. You almost did. But you broadcast your location. Eventually.
I had to. You were my last lead. I'm here to find out what Halbeck is doing in Rome and their ties to Al-Samad.
And what led you to believe that Halbeck has any interests in Rome or Al-Samad?
Are you denying that either one is true?
I do not believe you would have come here without evidence.
And what makes you think that?
You aren't here in an official capacity. You are operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton, an American citizen, but you have traveled extensively since birth. A known freelancer.
I'm an operative now. After Saudi, I had to change my 5-year plan. So, is that it for introductions? You haven't even offered to buy me dinner yet.
Reports place you as someone who prefers talk over action.
You obviously read half the file. I like fighting, too. Besides, you're the one who's been doing most of the talking.
Only because I need information. Provoke me
I didn't even
further
have
and
a-
I'll get it another way.
You mean like raising your voice? You need to work on your approach.
Because I pick
Oh, you're
Suave
doing
so
it
much,
for
that's why.
So, you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
Yes. You, on the other hand, have managed to enter Rome quietly. I didn't know you were here until an hour ago. You're skilled at keeping a low profile. No murders, no public announcement. Very impressive.
What happened to Alvara?
Dead, of course. Once you'd ID'd him, well, his use to me was at an end. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all. Unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
So am I. And I think we have room to negotiate.
No, I am not authorized to make deals. Besides, I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents. That contact will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
Those are your terms. Allow you to carry out your mission, and I stay out of the way.
Yes.
You realize I would be betraying my country.
Yes, and that does not change my terms. I understand your feelings, and I encourage you to set them aside.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
You don't seem like the corporate stooge type. In fact, you seem like someone who doesn't take orders at all, especially from someone like Leyland.
Are you questioning my loyalty?
I am, but not in the way you think. I've read your dossier. From where I'm standing, it doesn't seem like Halbeck's any better than the governments that you've served with. In fact, they're like a government unto themselves, and if you think for a second that they give a rat's ass about their employees, then you're twice the fool. Do you seriously think they wouldn't leave you out to dry if they had to?
Your attention to detail and history borders on obsessive. You may live through this after all. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
Bonus objective. Marburg expressed admiration for Agent Thornton's ability to keep a low profile in Rome, and Thornton had been so covert, Marburg hadn't known he'd even entered the city until recently. The connection between Marburg and the VCI, Halbeck and Alcimad's presence in Rome, is still unclear. Marburg threatened that any further investigation attempts would result in the deaths of Agent Thornton and anyone else allied with him. Upon returning to the safe house, Mina picked up a phone trace from a VCI employee working with Marburg attempting to contact local authorities. Contact Madison St. James.
I confess, you slipped into Rome almost without us noticing. You were even more difficult to track after that.
Between Halbeck and local authorities, the locals were the tough ones.
No matter. Mr. Marburg found you. That must have been a surprise, meeting up for lunch like that.
When we talked, he had a lot to say about Halbeck and some suggestions about my involvement with your corporation.
Really? I can rarely get 3 words from the man.
Well, feel free to have him threaten you whenever you get tired of listening to yourself.
I'd be curious to hear more, and your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
Oh, we laughed, we cried, we had a grand old time. That Marburg, he can do a killer impression of you.
He mentioned you being something of a smartass, not taking things seriously. But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character. Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered, did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
We've been in that interrogation room so long, I sprouted a soul patch. It's like every interrogation sequence, my facial, is whenever I go to a new place.
We may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg, unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory. And maybe the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What? Why?
Did you see her picture? No way am I missing out on that action.
Nice.
God damn it.
Let me patch her through. Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger. I know it sounds crazy, but
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone. This line may be tapped. She's a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Okay, well, with that, I'll catch you guys next time. Adios.